What's up, guys? Coach Matt and YouGoProBaseball.com here with Nick Shaw of the Baseball Box, Brewers middle infielder, leadoff hitter, and he's going to take us through the process of stealing a base, stealing second base, off of a left-handed pitcher. We did a video about stealing a base about a year ago on a right-handed pitcher, which is a great video. If you want to see that one, I'll leave the link down below. You can watch it after this one. But what do you got for us on how to steal second against a left-handed pitcher?
So left-handed pitcher is a lot more challenging, right? Because the lefty is looking at you, all right? We're taking the same lead, left, right, shuffle, shuffle. And if you're a quick guy, you can extend even another half shuffle or a full shuffle. But we want to make everything look the same. Whether we're going or we're not, we want to look the same. A lot of guys will get really anxious and even start to extend their lead bigger and bigger and bigger to a point where the pitcher knows something weird's going on and he's going to check on you with a pick over. All right, so we want to make everything look the same, whether we're going or we're not. I actually would take a little tiny step smaller of a lead just so the pitcher didn't want to pick over here, okay? But if anything, make it look the same. Don't be antsy, don't extend too big, make it look the same, okay? After that, we got to decide what kind of base runner we are. I'm either going to go first move if I'm a below average runner, or say the catcher can't really throw that well, we're going to go first move, okay? If I am a fast guy, I can now read the pitcher, okay? First move is pretty simple, right? We're going first move, taking our lead, and as soon as the pitcher moves anything towards the plate, whether it be his hands, a lot of pitchers have to lift their hands before they can lift their leg, so whether it's the hands or the leg coming up, we're taking off, all right? And that's the right leg, the leg that's closest to the plate, okay? As soon as anything moves, hands or leg, we're going to steal, okay? The only exception is if the lefty takes his sign, comes set, and steps off with his left foot, okay? Now he's disengaged, he's an infielder, we have to get back, okay? So first move is very simple. We're going first movement with the right leg or the glove, and we're taking off. Now, if you're a quick guy, now we can start reading. There's a few things you can look for. Lefties, when they go to pick over, you can look at their left foot, and a lot of their toes, you'll see the toe of their left foot come up because they're trying to balance over this leg. When they drive to home, they'll load the ball of their foot there and it'll drive home, okay? So you're looking here, left foot, the toe will come up and they'll pick over. Another weird coincidence, I don't know, but lefties seem to not want to look at you when they're picking over. They think it's deceiving you or they're not paying you any attention, and then they pick over. I've only seen a couple in my experience playing and coaching that actually look at you and pick you off, which is weird. Don't rely on that one, but it's something to look for, right? We're trying to give ourselves the best odds of stealing the base as we can. So we're going to give you as many tips as we can, okay? The next one is the general rule on a balk for a lefty is if the toe or the foot crosses the rubber, okay? So if as soon as the foot crosses the rubber, I can take off. If he picks off after he crosses the rubber, it's a balk, we get second base anyways. Now, if the knee crosses, but the toe doesn't, he can now pick us off. Okay, so we're really focusing on the foot breaking the plane of the rubber or the foot crossing over the rubber. Now, another thing we're looking for, when lefties come to first, you will see space in between their legs as they pick over. Majority, not 100%, but I would say 95% of lefties, they balance this way, try to hang, and you'll see space in between their legs before they pick you off. When they're going to the plate, a lot of them load, the space here closes, and now they're going to the plate. Keep in mind what we just spoke about. If they cross the plane, see how the leg takes kind of the same path as they go to the plate, okay? So if that space closes here, majority of the times, I would say 95 to 99% of the time, they're going to the plate, okay? So you can also look for this space. If you see space, you're getting back. If the space closes, we're taking off. So there's a few things to look for stealing bases off a left-handed pitcher.
Those are great. Actually, I learned two new things right from that, so thank you. A couple questions though. On the first movement, if we're stealing first movement on the lefty, and you take off, let's say he picked, because he can still pick over because we're going first movement, so he can still pick. Are we 100% committed to second base? We're not going to try to get in the run down there, or?
As long as you aren't extremely slow and think you have a remote chance of being safe over there, personally, I want you going 100% to second base. That way, the first baseman has to come out, get the ball, find a lane to throw in, make a good throw, Have to have a good catch by the shortstop and a good tag.
So
okay?
you still got a chance of stealing the bag without even him throwing to the catcher there.
Yes.
If you're going first move.
Keep in mind, if you feel that he picked over, now I want to get on the inside of the base path, okay, to protect from this throw coming from the first baseman, and maybe it deflects off me. That way I can be safe at second base.
And he's got to create a bigger angle. It's going to take him more time to clear the lane to throw. So now he has more time to get to second base safely. Now, what about is a delay steal an option for stealing off a lefty?
Absolutely. So off a lefty, sometimes we don't get as good of a jump as we do off a righty, right? They're trickier pitchers to read. So the same thing with a delay. We want everything to look the same. My lead is the same, my secondary is the same, and then I'm taking off. A lot of guys, when they get the delay, their secondary will all of a sudden get huge. And as a catcher, if you see someone bouncing, or as a middle infielder, if I saw someone bouncing over at first, getting this huge secondary, something's different. All right, something's up, that's gonna catch my attention. We're trying to steal it off the middle infielders, okay? So make it look the same to everybody involved, especially those guys. We want to catch them sleeping at the point of contact, which is when our second shuffle wants to land and we want to take off as soon as the ball's crossing the plate.
Now, what about in different counts, or also, are you able to see, I think in last year's video we talked about peeking in to the catcher. Is there certain counts or different strategies that you can use to kind of identify when is a good time to steal versus maybe not such a good time to steal?
Yes, anytime the pitcher is in favor or they're in the advantage of the situation, say 0-2, 1-2, especially those counts, those are times we want to be aggressive. Another thing we can do is, like John said, we take a little bit of a lead. Now we have to be more careful here because the lefty can look right at us, right? They can see us peeking in. But if we peek at the right time, we can catch the sign with the pitcher and say it's a curveball and the guy's tough to steal off. Maybe now we take a chance and hope he bounces the ball, or he's a little bit longer to the plate. Okay, so things like that we can look for just to take advantage of the situation.
One of my favorite times to steal second base as a coach is when I have a good hitter at the plate, when the pitcher has an advantage with 2 outs, runner here, because now we're basically taking a risk of getting thrown out at second to put a runner in scoring position with our best hitter at the plate when the pitcher's at an advantage. So think about this. Either we succeed, and job well done by us, or let's say he strikes out, or let's say he gets thrown out. This guy is now the first batter up the next inning. So now we didn't lose our best hitter. So we still got the hitter up, our good hitter up. We took a chance, but now he's still up. So we either get a runner in scoring position with our best hitter up, or he's leading off the next inning anyway, and we're not hurt for that.
Yeah.
So hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to check out Nick's box, the baseball box. I'll leave the information down below. Check it out. If you guys want to see some more tips from Nick, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you want to see, and we will talk to you in the next video. Thanks, guys.
Oh, you okay?